now, we're preparing you for the massive construction on US 31, the report you need to see for your commute on Monday. And a Greenwood officer supposedly told other cops to make things difficult for his ex-wife, what he promised them in return.
Plus, it's information that could save your life. How you can tell if your car has recalled parts.
Right now in the news at 11 o'clock, we're following breaking news for you as police head to the east side to investigate a shooting death. Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew Smith in for Todd Connor tonight.
I'm Erica Fly. Our team has confirmed one person has been shot in the chest and since died near North 11th Street in Ewing. Now, this is a live view right here of the scene, and we are now talking to police and gathering details.
You can stay updated through our mobile app and website, and tomorrow on Good Morning Indiana. And now we turn to our other big story of the night. A huge section of US 31 in Carmel is shutting down, meaning that thousands of drivers who use it every day are now searching for another route.
It is a story we have been closely following for weeks, and a lot of daily commuters are now facing that difficult choice until the road reopens in November.
Our TV6 reporter Chris Profit joining us live in Carmel tonight with everything that you need to know before your commute Monday morning. Chris?
Now, they have shut down the northbound lanes, but there's still some traffic that's going through the southbound lanes on this very cold and windy night. And these workers, as you see, let me get out of the way, are really getting busy. They are wasting no time. They've been putting up these barriers and detour signs all evening, and now the construction begins. This project affects US 31 from Old Meridian to 136th Street until Thanksgiving. Workers will replace stoplights with exit ramps, and there's going to be overpasses and a new roundabout interchanges. INDOT made the decision to close 31 now rather than next year because they'll be able to speed up the construction completion from 10 months to 8 months. And when it's complete, US 31 will be up to modern freeway standards. Jersey Cafe on the north end of the road closing. It's located there, and its owners fear that 8 months of construction is going to kill business.
30 days ago is basically when we learned that they were going to fast track it a full year ahead, and a full year ahead that takes a full year of planning that we had set up to save and accommodate ourselves to be prepared, so when they did do this that we were ready to go and we can be able to handle it more better.
Right.
Now it's now we're holding on by the seat of our pants, and at the end of the day we'll see if we still have pants on.
There's no easy way to do this, but because it's busy and congested, that's why we need to do this project.
So this means that 50,000 daily commuters on US 31 through Carmel are going to have to find a detour. That official detour is Keystone Parkway. And when it's complete, you won't even hit a stoplight as you go down 31 through Hamilton County. And INDOT says that is going to make that daily commute for all those drivers a lot easier and quicker. Reporting live in Carmel, Chris Profit, RTV6.
Thanks, Chris. We're following the latest developments on your forecast right now. While the rain is now out of the state, still several flood warnings in effect throughout the weekend. Storm Team 6 meteorologist Todd Clausen is here with everything that you need to know before making plans. Todd.
Yep, many counties, Drew, under flood warning still at this hour, although we have seen some drop off, and that's certainly good news. We are expecting flooding concerns to continue through the weekend and then get aggravated once again on Monday as more rain heads our way. But again, it's Monday that we're going to start to bring the rain here into the forecast. The weekend, we time it out well, bringing lots of sunshine all across the state. The clouds still firmly in place as of right now, but the trend will be overnight to thin the clouds out. And by tomorrow morning, skies will be partly cloudy, and as high pressure builds in, whatever clouds we do have tomorrow morning will simply fizzle away and we'll have lots of sunshine. You heard Chris Profit mention the wind. The winds have subsided quite a bit since this afternoon, but still pretty gusty, anywhere up to about 25 miles per hour. And the temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. We get down to near freezing by tomorrow morning, but by tomorrow afternoon up to 51 degrees with lots of sunshine. We'll talk about a warmer Sunday coming up in just a few minutes.
New tonight, a Greenfield police officer is facing felony bribery charges and official misconduct. But wait until you hear what he's accused of doing. Hancock County prosecutors tell us Terry Austin offered at least 3 other police officers a $200 gift card for a steak dinner to pull over his ex-wife. Austin apparently received information that his ex-wife had a suspended license, and that's when he allegedly sent other officers text messages, including one that read, quote, $200, Ruth Chris, first one to nail her. Tonight, we have confirmed Austin has been with the department for 18 years and is now on administrative leave pending the results of an internal investigation.
Well, it's been less than a week since 24-year-old Nathan Trapezzano was gunned down during his morning walk. But since then, Hoosiers and concerned people from around the nation have raised $130,000 to support his wife and their future child. Nathan died Tuesday after he was shot on a pre-dawn walk along 16th Street. So far, more than 2,000 people have donated to his family using the GoFundMe website, and we are told that the money will pay for Trapezzano's funeral and support his unborn daughter. Family members also say the couple's entire baby registry was purchased in a matter of hours. Nathan's funeral is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 9:30 at Holy Rosary Catholic Church. It's located at 520 Stevens Street.
And tonight we have learned within a matter of hours of Nathan Trapezzano's murder, Metro Police sent new technology to that scene to help hunt down evidence. Sources tell us a license plate reader car was driven in a wide grid around the homicide scene last week. This week, tracking and recording hundreds of license plate numbers that could potentially be useful in a search for a suspect. That reader car apparently has the capacity to record thousands of plate numbers a day, along with a snapshot of the vehicle. While the system was originally created for identifying stolen cars and suspended drivers, Metro Police say they can now use it in cases like this.
It can read probably 100 plates, within 15 minutes, and that'd take me all shift.
They're deployed almost daily, especially in the hot zones or saturation zones we call the high crime areas that we've been identified throughout the city where we have issues.
Police now have 6 license plate reader cars, one for each district, and we're told the department wants the cars out every day on every shift.
We have confirmed a Northwest Indiana man is behind bars tonight after he shot and killed his friend in a fight over a rifle and a bottle of cologne. 34-year-old Abraham Bratcher is facing charges after telling police he caught 31-year-old Garrett Forst taking his cologne and assault rifle this week. The two apparently struggled for the gun, with Bratcher wrestling the weapon away from Forst and fatally shooting him. Just released, autopsy results show Forst was shot once in the chest and twice in the legs.
This story got a lot of parents around the state talking. A Muncie kindergartner brought a loaded gun to school this week, but tonight prosecutors say it is unlikely criminal charges will be filed against that boy. Police say the student brought a semi-automatic handgun to Grissom Elementary School yesterday. He apparently showed it to another child who then told a teacher right away. Now the Delaware County Prosecutor's Office say they are taking into consideration the fact that the gun was not functional, and it's likely the child thought it was a toy. But we've also learned the Department of Child Services is investigating how the boy was able to get his hands on the gun in the first place.
And we're following new developments tonight in the fight against a new painkiller drug that Indiana's Attorney General wants taken off store shelves. Our state is just one of 28 that has leaders trying to take on Zohydro, a prescription drug that's 10 times more narcotic than Vicodin. This week, Vermont's governor announced an emergency order that would make it harder for physicians to prescribe a new class of drugs that includes that drug. And last week, Massachusetts banned Zohydro, the first time that the state has ever prohibited a drug. San Diego-based Zogenix manufactures the drug, and they claim it is no more potent than hydrocodone medications, and they are taking steps to ensure doctors and patients understand its risks.
We have information tonight about a scam that is designed to take your money. Marion County prosecutors tell us they are issuing an official consumer alert about a grand jury scam going around. Now, this is how it works. Suspects pose as police and call you about jury or grand jury duty. If you say you haven't been recently, the criminals will demand money or threaten to arrest you for skipping out. And tonight, officials say they are trying to track down the people making these calls and hold them responsible. If you think you've been targeted or are a victim of the scam, call the prosecutor's office as soon as possible.
There are new indications tonight that we could see a quick decision in the federal lawsuit attacking Indiana's same-sex marriage ban. Both sides told the federal judge this afternoon they want an expeditious resolution to the cases. At least 5 couples are suing to try to get the state's same-sex marriage ban unconstitutional. A federal judge has set a hearing in one of those cases involving a terminally ill woman for next week.
Today is a day of reflection as we mark the 46th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's death and Robert F. Kennedy's speech announcing the news here in Indianapolis. Dozens of people gathered today to pay tribute to that moment that Kennedy learned of MLK's assassination and asked the crowd to honor his message of peace. Abby Robinson was there for that speech in 1968 and says it was an emotional day for everyone in attendance.
There was mixed emotions without the crowd. There were those that were, understandably upset and angry and wanted retaliation. But I think for the most part, people felt that they had lost a family member, and the possible thing to do would be to, grieve. And that's pretty much what the majority of the people, I think, did.
Due to the windy weather, the event was moved from Martin Luther King Jr. Park to a nearby school. Officials say this is one of the first times they ever had to make that decision.
Brand new tonight, it's a hit and run like you've never seen before. We show you the amazing skiing crash caught on camera and what this little boy wants from the man who bowled him over.